Welcome to the first part of the worst idea we've ever had. As a few of you already know, I've coursed my good pal and photography god Alex into almost exclusively shooting film these days like it's 2004. Hey, that wasn't very nice. Alright, that's better. So since we've decided to suffer, I wanted to continue that and switch things up, mostly shoot black and white this week, with the addition of a red filter that I like to use for a slightly different look. Red and yellow filters can drastically alter the way your film interprets light when it comes to shooting black and white film, rendering colors sometimes inverted to their natural look. It's great for landscapes, but it can sometimes be a little terrifying when navigating portraits, unless that's the intended look. The trade-off is slightly less light entering your frame, similar to an ND or Pro Mist filter, so to compensate you'll need to expose 2 or sometimes 3 stops of extra light over, depending on the situation, depending on the film type, or even the camera. Today I'd be shooting Ilford's cheaper alternative, Pan 100, as a budget investment, playing with this extra feature again. Based on the lighting that day, I opted for the most part to expose 3 extra stops of light. This shot might be my favorite of the entire day, and it's the first one in the roll, so if that's all you came here for, you might want to bail out now. But Alex and I, being on brand, somehow ended up more in thrift shops for the first few hours of the walk before really getting going. There were a few interesting places here, vintage shops, and all the people were really nice. But we shoot film, we're already broke, so honestly we had no business in staying here. The red filter gave these shots a level of high contrast that I was a real fan of. Pan 100, for the price, really did seem to live up to Ilford's roots, despite its cheaper emulsion and fewer pockets of silver. And for such a sunny day, I'm a fan of shooting this. Choosing to shoot film means you're forever plagued by that never-ending search for the perfect kit, a dark void that can never be filled. But we still try.
So, this lens right here, we found this at this oddity shop in San Pedro, California. It's on 7th Street, I forgot what they're called. But we'll give them a shout out after this. Well, right here, you're gonna put on the graphic of the logo. Anyway, we found this lens and we were talking to the owner and the owner's boyfriend. Fiance. Yeah, congrats. Great people. Anyways, she sold it to me for a good price. And I was looking for a telephoto for a while for this guy. Since I bought this camera, I was super stoked on it and I've been using it most of the day. And honestly, it's been, look at this. I mean, that's pretty good. It shoots up close photos really, like macro shots are really nice. So, really stoked on that.
Before we left town, we decided to grab a quick bite at a local San Pedro staple. Plus, would it really be a Steps and Stones episode without half the video being about food?
When I'm trying to fix the f-stop on here, I can't tell.
With Alex's newly acquired telephoto and my mostly still empty roll, we planned out the rest of our day. During our meal, I started reading about this local shipwreck that seemed like a really interesting subject to possibly go and capture.
We're here at Coastal RPV. We're going to be going to the shipwreck and take some photos. Hi, welcome to the show.
It was a beautiful day, but felt a little strange stomping through these large open paths next to multi-million-dollar homes. And the way down was a lot more drastic than we originally had intended to believe.
We can't get down! Death, Will. Was he German? I don't remember. Older gentleman almost died showing us how to get down to the shipwreck.
Seriously, this dude almost slipped off that cliff as he was pointing out the way down.
And unfortunately, it's a little bit too steep. And the rain, unfortunately, made it like harder for us to get down there. So we're not going to go there. But he did point out another direction that we can go, and maybe it'll be better, so we're gonna check that out right now. People who aren't our age, youngsters, came up to us and told us where the trail is. We should have taken a video of the trail, but unfortunately a little too steep for us because we're both big boys and have bad knees. But yeah, dude, it's been a good time regardless.
Now that we have properly lost a few hours over these multiple attempts to get down to the shipwreck, we looked up a positive alternative route that was just a little ways down the road.
We found the actual place, I think. We're gonna go check it out right now, the entrance. So what we're gonna do for next time, right now we're just gonna find it. Next time we're gonna come back and do the entire coastal line and hopefully get you guys some good
This way did look much easier for our old bones, but with only about an hour and a half of sunlight left, we figured this concept would be better saved for another time, as frustrating as that was.
Found the actual spot. This is literally it's gonna be a lot easier to actually do it. Look at these flowers. We're gonna come back next week and we're gonna actually walk it. It's gonna be a whole thing and I'm gonna die.
Little did he know how true that statement would be. But while the sun was still up, we decided to finish off the day back down at the harbor of San Pedro. And this felt like the perfect time to also finish off a roll of Ektar that I had been working through on my Canonet. I know that there was lower light, but I wanted to see what Ektar had to offer. Plus, I kind of really didn't have any other choice. I had finished my roll of Pan 100. And for the most part, I was really happy with the effect that the filter gave the shots. The way it swapped light between colors was super interesting. But I still had a few shots left on the Canonet. So as the sun started to dip, we decided to end our day along the San Pedro coast. I'm not over the moon about these shots, they're fine, but it's Ektar at golden hour, you know? However, I love the way this shot feels. It's like an oil painting, but I know if this had been portrait, it could have blown my socks off. And that was it. But remember, this story isn't over. I really wish it was. We still had some unfinished destiny with the shipwreck along the Palos Verdes coast.